Hi and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to walk you through exactly how much it costs to run a blog or a YouTube channel. But I think if you're a content creator in general, you will need at least some of these expenses at some point. So I've got my laptop out here and I kind of want to share a few things with you today. So the first one is how much it costs to start and run a blog if you are on a super tight budget and you just want to pay the bare minimum in the beginning. So I'm going to share with you how much that would be. And that's pretty much how I started as well. And then also I'm going to share with you how my monthly expenses look like now. Now bear in mind I am now a full-time blogger and YouTuber and a content creator, everything like that, which is why these monthly expenses are in my current budget, because obviously I do this full time, so I just kind of need to reinvest in certain things for my business to grow. And I'm also going to share with you at the end of the video kind of the things that I've already invested in, so it's kind of one-time things like equipment and certain softwares and things like that. So let's go ahead and see what you actually need in the beginning. If you're starting a blog right now, I wouldn't recommend starting it completely free, because if you start it on a free platform, you don't actually own that blog. It just comes with a lot more hassle to deal with in a few months or years when you want to kind of transfer it. It's just much easier to start the right way. And first of all, if you have no idea where to start, I actually have 2 freebies for you that I think you might find useful. A lot of people have downloaded these, so do give it a go if you feel like you're a bit stuck on where to start. I've got a blogging made easy. It's a free mini course and it's just got video lessons where you can kind of follow through on how to start your blog click by click. So that's one freebie. And then I also have the 12-month blog plan. A lot of people have been loving this one because it kind of walks you month by month, every single step that you need to take on how to grow, what to focus on each month. And yeah, I think it's really helpful to kind of have it broken down like that. It gets, it's less overwhelming and it kind of helps you get more things done for your blog. So yeah, those will be linked in the description box. But I guess the main thing that you would need to start a blog is to get hosting and domain. Hosting is basically the place that hosts on the internet. It's your own little corner of the internet that hosts all of your content. And then the domain is the name address, if you know what I mean, like the address of your blog, what it's called. For example, mine is cappuccinoandfashion.com. So that's my domain name. And then I have hosting as well, which is kind of the back end of my blog, if you know what I mean. And I use WordPress hosting, which is what I recommend for everybody, starting now. And the cheapest way you can get this is with Bluehost, which is, quite a good company, especially if you're just starting out. Obviously, the more you grow, you can invest in higher end, hosting and domain and things like that. The more traffic you get to your blog, the higher needs you will have. But in the beginning, when you're just starting out, this is going to be perfect for you. And it's only, I think, about $3 per month. That's like a coffee, or I think it's less than a coffee actually, depending on where you buy it from. So yeah, that's really good to start with, just $3 per month. I will also link that down below. So you could get hosting and domain. It's a package 2-in-1, and that just gets you started on the right track. A lot of people invest in these fancy themes for their blogs just to kind of make them look all pretty, and there's nothing wrong with that if you have the budget for that. For all of my students, I just recommend them start with Astra. It's the Astra theme. It's free. And it's a really basic theme, but it's really fast, which is really good in Google's eyes, because the faster your website is, the better it will do in Google search. So you can get that for free. And one other thing I would recommend you start, if not in the first month, then maybe in the second or third month of you blogging, is to start an email list. The sooner the better. This is something I wish I had done years ago, because it's the one thing that has actually helped grow my business the fastest and monetize it so much better. To start an email list, you do pay a monthly fee. You can start it for free on some platforms. I can't remember. I think MailChimp maybe has a free one, or ConvertKit, I'm not sure. What I use is Flowdesk, and it's really inexpensive. With the other platforms, the more you grow your email list, the more you will pay every single month. And let me tell you, I was with ConvertKit beforehand, and my email list grew super fast at some point, and the price I was paying every month for that was insane. So I switched to Flowdesk, which is only $19 per month, and it doesn't grow. That's it. So it doesn't grow with the amount of subscribers that you have. So those are the things I would say you need to get started. And then obviously the more you grow, the more your blog grows, you can invest in other things as well. But those are the 3 main things you need. So just hosting and domain, which is $3, free Astra theme, and then an email list, which you can either start for free or get the Flowdesk for only $19 per month. So those are the three main things you would absolutely need. And now I'm going to get into my monthly expenses at the moment. I have upgraded quite a few things, and you know, this came in time over the years, but let me see. I've actually got it here on my laptop, so excuse me if I'm looking down, it's just because I have everything written down there. Okay, so I actually pay all of these things in pounds because I'm in the UK, but I've tried to convert them in dollars, and I've kind of rounded them up. So for my hosting, I don't use Bluehost anymore because I get a lot of traffic now, and I do need something more powerful. So I have upgraded to Big Scoots, which is more of a higher end hosting platform, if you know what I mean. And for that I pay $34 per month at the moment. So that's my hosting. Then I've got my email list provider, which is Flowdesk, as I mentioned, and for this I pay $19 per month. I think I have on my list at the moment 50 or 60,000 email subscribers, and if you go into any other platforms to see how much that would cost, I think it's like hundreds of dollars per month for an email service provider for the other ones. So for me, $19 per month, that's a huge, you know, saving in my budget every single month. So that's how much I pay for my email list. Then I've got two things that are actually for my YouTube channel. So if you're not a YouTuber, you might not need these, but I use Epidemic sound, which is where I get all of my music. Not so much on this channel, like I don't put a lot of music on this channel because it's more like, you know, talking to the camera tips and things like that. But for my vlogging channel and cleaning tips, that's the one that I use Epidemic sound the most because I do need music for that. And it's the most reliable one. I haven't had any copyright issues with that, so it's just really amazing if you're a YouTuber. And that's $12 per month. And then I also pay for TubeBuddy, and this is also a YouTube thing. It's a YouTube extension, and it helps you to kind of find keywords that you can rank for. It's super helpful. They actually have a free version as well, but I have the pro one now, and for TubeBuddy I pay $7 per month. Yeah, so those are two things that I use for my YouTube channel. Then I've got Teachable. This is the platform where I hold all of my courses and programs and things like that. So just kind of the digital products that I sell. And it's a really amazing platform. I really like using it. And yeah, that's where all of my students kind of log in to get all of the video lessons, all of the worksheets, everything like that. I think this is my highest expense in my budget at the moment, but for Teachable I pay $110 per month. I think they have a cheaper option, but I needed more features than that, so I upgraded to this one. But yeah, that's how much I pay for that. And then I've got a few things that I actually pay for yearly, but I have broken that down into monthly as well. So I'll just share how much I pay in a month for these. So I've got PicMonkey, which is a photo editor. It's really helpful to kind of create collages. I mainly use PicMonkey to create my YouTube thumbnails. And for this one, I pay yearly, but it comes down to $14 per month. And then I also have Canva Pro. You might think it's crazy that I have both of these, but I started with PicMonkey, and then I wanted some more features that were only in Canva Pro. So I got both of them, and now I feel like I can't get rid of PicMonkey because I have a certain way of creating my YouTube thumbnails that's not as easy to do in Canva. I know, it's just insane, isn't it? But I keep both of them because they're really useful to me. So PicMonkey I use for my YouTube thumbnails, and then Canva Pro, I pay for this $11 per month. And for this one I use for Pinterest graphics, my blog, pictures. If I create like a collage, I use Canva for Instagram stories. Sometimes if I make like a template for Reels covers, just a whole bunch of things. It's just so helpful. Then I pay for Tailwind, which is a pin scheduler app for Pinterest. It's super helpful because it helps you to kind of pin automatically. So you just schedule all of your pins to go out, and this is really helpful because I sit down for like an hour or two, create all my pins, schedule them in Tailwind, and I'm good to go for the next few weeks. And for this one I pay $10 per month. I've got something called Pop-Up Alley. It's a pop-up form for email, like to put a email form on your blog to get subscribers to hop on there. You don't necessarily need this. Like you could just use Flowdesk on its own because it does have forms on there too. I just kind of wanted a few more features, which is why I chose Pop-Up Alley, and for this I pay $8 per month. And then I also pay for my domain, which is on Big Scoots as well, just like my hosting, but I do pay separately, and I think it just comes down to $1 per month or something like that, and I pay yearly for that too. And then also every single month I kind of set aside a bit of my budget to learning. So even though I am doing this full time, I'm constantly learning about new things. So I do pay for things like memberships, courses, trainings from other people who are obviously more experienced than me. And yeah, I think it's just so important to keep learning. There's so much to learn about this online space. And it's really, I feel like every single course that I've bought has propelled my business even further. So I really try to make it a point to invest in things like this and to keep learning. So that's one thing that I don't have a set budget, because it kind of depends on the course or the program, but that's something I do put in my monthly expenses. But the total for everything that I just shared with you is $226 per month. So that's kind of my monthly expenses for my online business, and that includes my blog, YouTube, everything like that. And now a few things that I already paid for, because I paid these in full. It's just like a one-time thing. One of them is the Astra Pro theme. So the Astra free theme that's for your blog. You can use that for free, but you can also upgrade to the Pro one, which obviously has more features. So I did get that, and it was $40. I also invested in Final Cut Pro to edit my YouTube videos. There's nothing wrong with iMovie. I used it for years and it's really amazing. I just wanted more options. I think that's what happens when you start growing. You just, want to do more things, just to kind of upgrade your things, level up. So you just invest in more things. But Final Cut Pro was, I wrote down 240 pounds. How much is that in dollars? Let me have a think. Okay, so I think Final Cut Pro, it says on there on the Apple store, it's $299. But I did pay in pounds. Yeah, so that was just a one-time thing, and now I have the software to use. It's really helpful because you can actually get more shortcuts on your keyboard, and it makes editing so much faster for me. So it was really, really worth it for me. You can also do things like adjust the lighting and colors much better, and yeah, there's just a lot more things you can do in there. One thing I invested in. And then I also got obviously my camera equipment. I got my ring light, everything like that I use for filming, which I will try to link everything in the description box. But if there's anything I mentioned that I didn't link, then just comment down below and I'll get that to you. But yeah, if you are curious how much it actually costs to run a blog, and also as a full-time blogger how much it costs, then I hope this was helpful for you. Don't forget to check out the freebies, the Blogging Made Easy mini course, and then also the 12-month blog plan. Those will be linked in the description box. And yeah, I hope you found this helpful, and I hope you're having a good day, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.